Hello Lakers fan, if you are one of those who are always up to date with the news about our Lakers, then you need to stay tuned to what is coming up on our Lakers news channel. I am preparing exclusive coverage on the possible signings of Lakers, and what I can tell you is that rumors are catching fire on social media, and if you don't want to miss any information, stay tuned. We have exclusive news every day. If you are a true Lakers and don't want to be left out of the news, be sure to subscribe. Subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. Let's go to the video.
Luka Doncic has moved on after Mavericks trade, and he's all in on the Lakers. Even months later, it still feels surreal. Luka Doncic is now the face of the Los Angeles Lakers. In a stunning mid-season twist, the Lakers managed to land one of the NBA's brightest stars after the Dallas Mavericks inexplicably moved on from Doncic, not long after he had carried them all the way to the 2024 NBA Finals. It was a move that shocked the league and, understandably, left Doncic heartbroken. After all, he'd envisioned spending his entire career in Dallas. But fast forward to today, and Doncic has fully embraced his new home, one that knows how to treat its superstars. A fresh start in purple and gold. At just 26 years old, Doncic is entering his prime and has already taken a huge step toward building a long-term legacy in Los Angeles. He recently signed a 3-year contract extension with a player option for the 2028-29 season. He could have waited. He could have played hardball. But instead, he chose commitment, locking in financial security while also giving himself the flexibility to control his future. More importantly, he made a statement. He's here to lead, and he's here to win. At his introductory press conference, Doncic looked visibly lighter, happier, more relaxed, and re-energized. And according to his agent, Laura Beth Seeger, there's a reason for that. He's moved on, Seeger told The Athletic, speaking candidly about the emotional fallout from his Dallas exit. He's not carrying any baggage. He's fully focused on what's ahead. And what's ahead is championship ambition, plain and simple. He's here. He wants to bring the best players here. He wants to win, and he knows it starts with him, Seeger continued. This offseason, he sent a message: people can say what they want, that I'm not a leader, or I'm too emotional, or whatever. I don't care anymore. I'm going to show them who I really am. From the pain of a trade to the promise of a new era. Doncic may have taken a personal hit after the Mavericks' decision, but he's channeling that pain into purpose. Despite all he's already accomplished, he's approaching this new chapter with the urgency of a veteran who understands that greatness isn't given, it's taken. The critics have questioned his leadership. They've questioned his conditioning. They've questioned whether he could carry a team to a title. Now he has the perfect platform and the motivation to silence them all. And the Lakers? They've never been shy about chasing greatness. They've seen it before, from Magic to Kobe to LeBron. Now, it's Luka's turn. Building a legacy in LA. Doncic isn't just here to rack up stats. He's here to raise banners. In private conversations, and even in early interviews, he's made it clear, he wants to leave a lasting mark on the franchise. He wants to win championships. He wants to see his jersey hanging in the rafters at Crypto.com Arena when it's all said and done. He's not just thinking about the next season, he's thinking about the next decade. Final word: Dallas let go, LA embraced. Whether Dallas gave up too soon or made the right call will be debated for years. But one thing is already crystal clear: Luka Doncic is exactly where he's supposed to be. He's moved on from the heartbreak. He's turned the page. And now, surrounded by an iconic franchise, a massive spotlight, and a fanbase that thrives on greatness, Doncic has a chance to write the next legendary chapter in Lakers history. And this time, he's doing it on his terms. League-wide shockwaves and the media firestorm. Luka's blockbuster move to Los Angeles didn't just shift team dynamics, it sent shockwaves across the NBA. Pundits, players, and fans alike were left stunned that Dallas, a team that had just made the NBA Finals, would part ways with their generational superstar. The trade was seen by many as a moment that could define both franchises for years to come. On ESPN, Brian Windhorst labeled the deal the most confusing franchise decision since OKC traded James Harden, while Zach Lowe added that the Mavericks may have permanently closed their title window by letting Luka go. Meanwhile, over on social media, #LukaToLA trended for days. Lakers fans celebrated the arrival of a new face of the franchise, while Mavericks fans struggled to process the loss of a player many thought would retire a Mav. You don't trade away 26-year-old MVP-caliber talent unless there's a complete breakdown, tweeted NBA analyst Kendrick Perkins. But the Lakers just hit the jackpot. Inside the Lakers locker room, a new era begins. From the moment Doncic walked into the Lakers facility, it was clear, the culture was shifting. LeBron James, whose status remains uncertain moving forward, reportedly met with Doncic privately after the trade and gave his full blessing. According to team sources, LeBron told Lakers executives, "If you're handing the keys to anyone, Luka's the right guy." Anthony Davis, now one of the few remaining championship pieces from the 2020 team, has already started off-season workouts with Doncic. The two have built early chemistry on and off the court, with AD praising Luka's leadership style and attention to detail. "He's vocal. He's locked in. He wants to win now," Davis told Spectrum Sportsnet. "And that's what this team needs, urgency. The fans are all in. If there's one thing LakersNation knows how to do, it's embrace a star, and Luka has already felt the love. From murals popping up across LA to sell-out summer workouts open to fans, the city has welcomed him with open arms. Jerseys with Doncic 77 in purple and gold are already flying off the shelves. Even Hollywood is getting involved, with stars like Snoop Dogg, Bad Bunny, and Jack Nicholson publicly celebrating the move. "We've had legends wear this jersey," said one fan at a recent team event. But Luka might be the one who bridges the past to the future. Eyes on the future, and the banner. While Doncic is still chasing his first championship, his arrival in Los Angeles feels like the start of something bigger. The front office has already begun reshaping the roster around him, targeting shooters, playmakers, and veterans hungry to win. Rumors are swirling that the Lakers are looking to add another all-star via trade before the season starts, with names like DeJounte Murray and Lauri Markkanen linked to LA. Luka, for his part, has been actively involved in those discussions, a sign of how much trust the organization is placing in him. "He's not just the new face of the franchise," one executive said. "He's becoming the heartbeat of everything we're building." Final thoughts: Luka isn't just chasing greatness, he's rewriting it. In a league constantly chasing the next big thing, Luka Doncic is the moment. He's no longer the young prodigy waiting in the shadows of legends, he is the legend in the making. And now, with the full force of the Lakers brand behind him, a front office ready to build around him, and a city that's fallen in love with him overnight, Luka isn't just trying to recover from a trade. He's trying to make history. And if the early signs are any indication, he just might do it, one banner, one step back, one jaw-dropping performance at a time. Luka Doncic calls playing with LeBron James an incredible experience. When the Los Angeles Lakers landed Luka Doncic, many believed it signaled the next great chapter in franchise history, a smooth passing of the torch from LeBron James to the young European phenom. Both players share a rare versatility, oversized playmakers with elite basketball IQ, capable of threading impossible passes one moment and scoring from anywhere on the floor the next. And while the duo's first postseason run together ended in a tough first-round exit in the 2025 NBA playoffs, the excitement around what they could become is undeniable. Natural chemistry, even in year one. In just a short time together, Doncic and James have already shown flashes of brilliance. Their on-court chemistry felt effortless, full-court dimes, synchronized reads, and unspoken communication that usually takes years to build. Head coach J.J. Redick deserves credit, seamlessly staggering their minutes to ensure the Lakers always had a top-tier floor general on the court. But for Doncic, it wasn't just about basketball. It was about joining a legend he's admired his entire life. "It's been an incredible experience," Doncic told Yes Network when reflecting on joining LeBron in LA. "I've always admired the way he approaches the game, the professionalism, the leadership. And when I got here, he welcomed me with open arms. To be his teammate? It's honestly been amazing. A dream realized, and a challenge accepted." Doncic has never shied away from expressing his admiration for LeBron James. In many ways, the influence is clear. Luka's court vision, ability to control tempo, and leadership style echo the same qualities that turned LeBron into a generational figure. And while playing alongside his childhood idol has been a dream come true, Doncic knows this is also about building his own legacy. The Lakers front office has worked strategically this offseason, adding depth and shooting without sacrificing future assets, a sign that this is a long-term vision built around Doncic. Despite a stacked Western Conference, there's quiet confidence that this version of the Lakers, led by Luka, backed by LeBron, and supported by a talented roster, can make serious noise in the 2025-26 season. A true passing of the torch? What makes this pairing so unique is LeBron's willingness to adapt. Rather than dominate the ball, the King has reshaped his game to elevate Luka's. And that hasn't gone unnoticed. LeBron is the ultimate chess piece, said Hall of Famer Steve Nash in a recent interview. The way he's adjusted his role to complement Luka, it's a testament to his basketball IQ and unselfishness. Not many legends would do that at this stage of their career. That kind of humility, from a player entering his third decade in the league, speaks volumes. It's also exactly why this duo has a real shot to work, because LeBron isn't clinging to the past, he's building the future. What comes next? The Lakers are still a work in progress. They'll need to stay healthy, develop cohesion, and potentially make a mid-season move to bolster their title chances. But the foundation is there. And in Luka Doncic, they found not just the future of the franchise, but a player hungry to write his own history in purple and gold. As the regular season approaches, all eyes will be on LA. Not just to see what Luka and LeBron can do, but to witness the evolution of one era into the next. Building a new identity in Los Angeles. As the Lakers head into the 2025-26 season, one thing is clear, this isn't LeBron's team anymore, it's becoming Luka Doncic's. But that shift isn't happening with drama or resistance. Instead, it's unfolding with mutual respect, trust, and shared purpose. Doncic isn't trying to replace LeBron, he's learning from him. And LeBron, who has carried the weight of expectations for 2 decades, seems genuinely ready to hand over the reins. "I've done everything I've dreamed of in this league," LeBron said at Media Day. "Now, I'm here to support. Luka's special. And I want to help him take this franchise to the next level." That humility is rare. And it's one of the reasons why many believe this dynamic could be the most seamless superstar transition in recent memory. NBA reactions. Is this the new super team? The league is already buzzing with speculation. NBA insiders are calling this the most intriguing duo since Shaq and Kobe. And while Luka and LeBron are completely different stylistically, the combination of skill, IQ, and leadership is just as deadly. This pairing could absolutely win a title, said NBA on TNT's Charles Barkley. If they stay healthy, and the Lakers keep building the right way, they're a problem. Even Kevin Durant, not known for praising Lakers lore, admitted on a recent podcast that Luka playing with LeBron could extend both of their primes if they manage it right. The fans are buying in, fast. LakersNation has never been one to hold back. When the team is good, the energy is unmatched. And now, with Doncic bringing a fresh spark to the franchise, fans are more engaged than they've been in years. Pre-season ticket sales are up. Luka jerseys are selling at record pace. And team workouts, usually quiet affairs, have become must-see events, with hundreds of fans gathering just to catch glimpses of Doncic running the show in purple and gold. We saw the end of Kobe. We saw the LeBron era. But this feels different, said longtime Lakers fan Carlos Mendez outside Crypto.com Arena. Luka's got that magic. And we finally have a young star who wants to build something here. High stakes, and even higher expectations. Of course, with all the excitement comes pressure. Doncic may be the new face of the franchise, but Lakers fans expect results, and fast. The front office knows this. That's why they've quietly explored adding another high-level contributor, possibly targeting names like Mikal Bridges, Tyus Jones, or Jarrett Allen via trade. Sources say Doncic has been included in these conversations, not to dictate decisions, but to offer insight on fit and chemistry. It's all part of a larger vision, to build a contender around Luka that doesn't just win now, but sustains success for years to come. Final thought, this isn't just about basketball, it's about legacy. When Luka Doncic first stepped onto an NBA court, many saw him as the future. Now, in Los Angeles, he's becoming the present. Playing alongside a living legend. Leading one of the most iconic franchises in sports. Carrying the weight of expectations with the confidence of a veteran. It's a lot. But Doncic has never shied away from the moment. This partnership with LeBron isn't just a story of basketball talent. It's a story of mentorship, evolution, and the passing of greatness from one generation to the next. The question isn't if Luka can lead the Lakers to another championship. It's when. And based on everything we've seen so far, it might be sooner than anyone expected. Lakers may already have a better backup center than Jackson Hayes. The Lakers made a major move this offseason by signing DeAndre Ayton to solidify the starting center spot, a position that's long been a weak point on the roster. Ayton brings career averages of 16.4 points and 10.5 rebounds and should bring much-needed stability to the paint. But what about the backup? A lingering concern for Lakers fans. Even after adding key pieces like Marcus Smart and Jake LaRavia, some fans still aren't convinced the Lakers have the depth to truly contend. One of the biggest concerns? The center rotation behind Ayton. For now, Jackson Hayes remains the top option off the bench. But after a rocky season filling in as a starter, doubts around his reliability have only grown. The question is, could the solution already be on the roster? Don't overlook Maxi Kleber. When Maxi Kleber was included in the blockbuster Luka Doncic trade back in February, many dismissed him as just a throw-in. At the time, he was sidelined with a foot injury and coming off one of the worst stretches of his career, hitting just 26.5% from 3 and 38.5% overall. But that doesn't tell the full story. Before the 2024-25 season, Kleber had carved out a solid reputation as a dependable role player, one who could stretch the floor, guard multiple positions, and play within a system. Between 2017 and 2024, he averaged 7.0 points, 4.8 rebounds, 0.9 blocks, and hit 36.2% from deep in nearly 24 minutes per game. Stronger, smarter, and more in sync with Luka. Kleber may not be a rim protector in the mold of Rudy Gobert, nor a dominant rebounder, but he offers something Hayes doesn't: defensive consistency and physical toughness. At 6 feet 10 inches and 240 pounds, Kleber has the size and experience to hold his own against stronger bigs. And let's not forget, he already knows how to play alongside Luka Doncic after years together in Dallas. The big if is health. At 33, can he bounce back from the foot injury that sidelined him in early 2025? If so, the Lakers might already have the perfect guy to give them 15 to 20 solid minutes a night off the bench, without having to scramble on the trade market. Lakers roster Q&A. Where does Kleber fit? Is Maxi Kleber still on the Lakers roster? Yes, he came over in the Luka Doncic trade and remains under contract for the 2025-26 season. Could he be the ideal backup for Ayton? If he regains his physical form, absolutely. Kleber brings experience, floor spacing, and chemistry with Doncic. What's the issue with Jackson Hayes? While Hayes is athletic, he struggles with defensive positioning and offers no shooting threat. Kleber is more well-rounded and proven. Do the Lakers need to pursue another center? If Kleber shows he's healthy and effective during preseason, they might not need to. But his recovery remains a key factor to watch. A quiet X factor that could pay off big. What makes the potential rise of Maxi Kleber even more intriguing is how little attention it's getting, both from the media and even parts of the fan base. In an off-season full of big headlines and bold predictions, Kleber might be flying under the radar, but that could play in the Lakers' favor. Sources within the organization have hinted that the coaching staff is already impressed with his progress in rehab. If his mobility and shooting touch return during training camp, expect Kleber to carve out a real role in Darvin Ham's rotation. His ability to stretch the floor could be especially valuable in lineups where spacing is tight, particularly when Ayton is off the court and the offense runs more through Luka and LeBron. The fit matters, especially with Doncic. The Lakers didn't just bring in Luka Doncic to be the face of the franchise. They built this team around maximizing his unique skill set. That means surrounding him with players who understand his pace, timing, and spacing needs. Kleber checks all those boxes. He's already shown he can be a reliable pick-and-pop partner, a smart help defender, and someone who doesn't need touches to stay engaged. In high-leverage playoff situations, those qualities matter just as much as raw stats. And let's be honest, Ayton isn't known for being the most durable player. Having someone like Kleber ready to step in, even for brief stretches, could be the difference between staying afloat and spiraling when injuries inevitably hit. What fans and analysts are saying. While the front office is kept quiet publicly, fan forums and local analysts have started to pick up on Kleber's potential value. If Kleber gets back to 80% of what he was, he's already a better fit than Hayes, said Lakers beat writer Jason Lynn on Lakers Central Live. He's smarter defensively, hits the corner three, and knows how to play next to Luka. It's not even close. Social media reactions have also started to shift. Initially, fans questioned why Kleber was even included in the Doncic deal. Now, there's cautious optimism. "Never thought I'd say this, but Kleber might be the sneaky piece that makes this roster work," wrote one fan on X. "Give him a real shot in preseason." What's next? All eyes will be on Kleber during training camp and the early preseason games. If he shows flashes of his old self, moving well laterally, contesting shots, and hitting from deep, the Lakers may decide to hold off on signing another center altogether. However, if the foot injury lingers or if Kleber looks a step slow, the front office won't hesitate to explore other options. Veterans like Dwight Powell, Gorgui Dieng, or even a trade market name could become targets closer to the trade deadline. Final thought. The Lakers have championship ambitions, and rightfully so, with stars like Doncic, LeBron, and Ayton leading the charge. But titles are often won not just by stars, but by role players stepping up in the right moments. Maxi Kleber might not have been the headline of the Doncic trade, but he just might end up being one of its most valuable pieces. Mark Walter is all in on Luka Doncic, and the feeling is mutual. A new era has officially begun in Los Angeles. With Luka Doncic signing a blockbuster 3-year, $165 million extension, the Lakers have locked in their superstar and their future. But Luka's commitment to the franchise isn't the only big change. The arrival of new team owner Mark Walter marks a significant shift in how the Lakers will be run, both on and off the court. In today's NBA, success isn't just about talent. It's about alignment, from ownership to the front office to the players. When the franchise's key figures share a common vision, magic can happen. And that's exactly the vibe coming out of Los Angeles right now. According to NBA insider Mark Stein, Mark Walter isn't just a new owner cutting checks from the sidelines. He's genuinely invested. More specifically, he's a huge fan of Luka Doncic. The two reportedly had their first face-to-face meeting last week, and the connection between them is already strong. Walter is said to be a major admirer of Doncic, Stein shared. And honestly, how could he not be? A franchise player in every sense. If you've ever watched Luka Doncic play, you know, he's different. The way he controls the tempo, reads defenses, and delivers under pressure feels like something out of a basketball fairy tale. He's a generational talent, a floor general with superstar charisma. And now, he's officially the face of the purple and gold. For Walter, having Luka locked in is the perfect foundation for this next chapter. It's more than a player-owner relationship. It's a shared mission: bring championship basketball back to LA. Doncic isn't just here to collect paychecks or rack up all-star appearances. He's here to win, plain and simple. He got a taste of the finals with Dallas in 2024, but came up short. Now with the Lakers, he's hungrier than ever, and he's made it clear, he wants to raise banners in Los Angeles. Luka knew early on, "I wanted to be here." There were questions, as there always are, about whether Luka would fully buy into the Lakers long-term. But according to Doncic himself, the decision to extend wasn't difficult at all. "Obviously, I wasn't thinking about it the moment I got traded," Luka admitted. "But once I started playing here, I knew I wanted to stay. This is an amazing organization, and we trust each other. Honestly, I made the decision pretty quickly." Those are words every Lakers fan dreams of hearing, not just because they come from one of the league's brightest stars, but because they signal stability in a league where loyalty can be fleeting. What comes next? The title chase begins. With Luka locked in and Mark Walter fully engaged, the Lakers are now shifting their focus to the one goal that matters most: winning championships. Doncic's drive, paired with an ownership group committed to building a contender around him, puts the Lakers in a position few franchises can match. There's a renewed sense of purpose in Los Angeles, a hunger to get back to the mountaintop, not in 5 years but now. Walter and Luka are united in that mission. They're not here to just participate in the next era of Lakers basketball. They want to define it. A culture shift in motion. The Lakers' commitment to Luka Doncic, and his quick, confident decision to stay, represents more than just business as usual. It's a cultural shift, one that reflects a modern NBA franchise finally adapting to the changing landscape of player empowerment and long-term vision. Gone are the days when the Lakers relied solely on legacy and market size to attract and retain talent. Under Mark Walter's leadership, the organization is now emphasizing stability, player-first leadership, and forward-thinking management. And Luka's extension is the clearest sign yet that this new model is already working. Sources close to the team have described recent weeks as transformational, noting how much smoother internal communications have become since Walter took over. There's now a clear alignment between ownership, the front office, and Luka himself, something the franchise hasn't consistently had since the peak of the Kobe Pau era. Building around Luka, what comes next? Now that Doncic is locked in for the next 3 years, the front office can move full steam ahead with building a roster that complements his unique skill set. According to multiple reports, the Lakers are actively exploring trade and free agent options to surround Luka with shooting, length, and defensive versatility, all critical pieces to maximize his playmaking. Rumors suggest that the front office has quietly been engaged in talks for high-level role players, including veterans who have experience deep in the playoffs. The team is also reportedly in discussions to extend Austin Reeves, a move that would keep a reliable perimeter threat and secondary ball handler alongside Luka for the foreseeable future. With both players in sync, the Lakers could field one of the most dynamic backcourts in the league. Additionally, there's speculation that the Lakers may pursue a stretch big, someone who can protect the rim without clogging the lane, to give Luka even more space to operate. Names like Miles Turner, Kelly Olynyk, and even Jonas Valanciunas have been quietly floated as potential fits. League-wide reactions. A power shift? Luka's long-term commitment to LA hasn't just energized the Lakers fan base, it's also sent shockwaves across the league. Front offices around the NBA are now viewing the Lakers as a serious contender again, not just a team with star power, but one with vision, structure, and a foundation for sustained success. Several rival executives reportedly expressed surprise at how swiftly Luka committed to the extension, suggesting that the new ownership had a bigger impact than many realized. The Lakers finally look like they know what they're doing again, one Western Conference executive told The Athletic. They've got the superstar, a stable owner, and a plan. That's dangerous. The message is clear, the Lakers are back, and they're not settling. This isn't about flashy headlines or short-lived hype. It's about rebuilding the Lakers into a serious basketball powerhouse, a team that can contend today while laying the groundwork for tomorrow. Luka Doncic is all in. Mark Walter is all in. Now it's time for the rest of the league to take notice. As the front office continues to fine-tune the roster, one thing is certain, the Lakers are no longer searching for their identity, they found it.